Welcome to CTV News, Your Canada. It's Friday, December 5th. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
We have two bobcats. They came in 2 days in a row. We have some very good news we'd like to share with everybody. It's something we've been working towards for over 20 years now. So we've finally been granted permission to start the process of being able to rehabilitate black bear cubs. We've been putting in a lot of applications over the years. We've always had the goal of being able to rehab, all the species of wildlife in Nova Scotia. And I mean, if you look back 15 years ago, we weren't allowed to do bobcat, and we finally got permission to do them. And same as the white-tailed deer, when we started rehab, we didn't have them on our permit. So everything takes time and effort, and it's really nice to see that we're making that step forward to get the black bear cubs added to our permit. So we got lots of work ahead of us. We've been able to secure a piece of land. It's 100 acres up in Cape Breton, so far away from people and the sounds of humans and that kind of thing. So it'll be an excellent location to do our work. And then we will start blazing the trail. We'll start doing all that detailed work of etching out exactly what we want to build. And DNR will be with us every step of the way, approving every step, everything from the gauge of the wire we use to how to be able to feed them through chutes so they have very little human contact while they're with us, recovering and growing up. So all of those things will be carefully thought out, and hopefully we'll be able to start building in the spring. A lot of people don't realize that in Nova Scotia, we only have black bears. So they're quite easy to learn how to live with once you study them and learn about them. So I can see where this will be a great journey and a great opportunity. It really is a dream come true. We've been trying to get this to happen for a long, long time, and perseverance pays off, and we're incredibly happy to be on this journey to be able to get the black bear cubs in Nova Scotia, give them the medical care they need, and get them back out to the wild.
Mommy, this is me, walking Bella.
Sydney and her dog Bella were inseparable.
I always called Bella my big sister.
Then one day her furry friend was diagnosed with cancer.
Telling her was one of the worst experiences of my life.
She walked off into the snow, like we could tell she was ready.
Time went quicker than expected.
We were told we could possibly get 2 to 4 months with her, and we had 21 days.
Her loss was beyond devastating. There's not really any words that can really describe it. I often say when people say, oh, how did it feel? I said it was like a suffocating grief.
It was Sydney's first experience with any sort of death. Even for adults, it's tough to navigate.
Suddenly, when they're not with us anymore, that's a huge adjustment.
It's something the Ontario Veterinary College understands, given grief for pets is not always socially validated.
So sometimes a lot of people hear things like, well, it's just a dog, can you get another one? I think there's like a gap in North America when it comes to people like seeking support.
So, thanks to the OVC Pet Trust at the University of Guelph, they've launched a new online hub to help people of all ages and even veterinary professionals deal with the loss of a pet.
We had a very generous gift from a donor who lost their own companion animal and was, seeking a space for themselves.
With that, they expanded the online resources, adding pet loss support guides, a library of wide-ranging expert interviews, and a documentary series featuring families like Sydney's.
Basically found out oh, this is also part of the job. You can't save every animal. The life circle goes on.
It can be wide-reaching, and that people don't feel so alone, and they know, how to navigate their loss just a little bit better.
It's something Sydney and her mother wish they had during their journey.
We never found anything like this when we were going through this process.
I'm just really glad now that there are things to kind of help people get through it.
Now their beloved Bella lives on, helping other families long after she's gone.
This is how much I love you, Bella. I love you so much, and I'll love you forever, no matter what.
Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Guelph.
I'm not sure that the holidays would be the same without Christmas cheer.
Christmas Cheer has been serving families in the Barrie area for more than 50 years, providing food and toys to families who need it. Families like Carrie Parker were able to celebrate the holidays thanks to others' generosity.
As a low-income family, extra things for the holidays are definitely a struggle, and it was a huge help to not have to worry that I wasn't going to be able to get anything for my kids for Christmas and that I wouldn't be able to supply that Christmas dinner.
Thursday marked the first day residents could sign up in person, with staff saying they have seen an influx in new faces this holiday season.
We're not used to this many applications all at once. But yeah, our community, there's a really big need this year, and people are definitely struggling and definitely seeing the hardships that are happening.
With a demographic of who needs assistance continuing to change year over year.
We're seeing the working class, we're seeing families who really through no fault of their own are ending up coming to our program because they just can't make ends meet. A lot of families are struggling to pay their bills, pay their rent, pay their mortgage.
We're seeing tariffs impacting, we're seeing job loss impacting families, we're seeing a lot of health concerns, unfortunately, and just tragic accidents and emergencies that nobody would have seen coming.
At the Christmas Cheer Warehouse, volunteers are hard at work.
Give back a little bit, spend a last couple days with the packing. We're more than happy to be here and hopefully help out a lot of families and children in the community.
Last year, Christmas Cheer served over 2,000 families, with that number expected to increase this holiday season. If you are looking to donate, boys and girls aged 6 to 10 is the age group that is most in need. Luke Samard, CTV News, Barrie.
Capturing artists in their natural creative habitats.
This photographic series is about people within the environments. And so the balancing act for me was mostly to make the environment strong enough, but not too strong to overpower the subject.
Being There by Toronto-based photographer Dmitry Levinov takes you into the spaces where other local artists breathe life into their ideas.
Artists as a group, professional group, essentially work as emotions to make something which goes onto the wall. So I thought that they would make a fantastic subject, and I think I was right.
The exhibition presented by Koffler Arts is the inaugural show in their newly renovated studio, Koffler 301, in Toronto's Trinity Bellwoods neighborhood, a space dedicated to showcasing local artists.
So we thought for the inaugural show, what better than to invite a photographer artist who has spent his life working with artists in the city.
Each subject looking into the lens of Levinov's camera and into the eyes of the audience viewing each photo.
It does feel like you're being there with the sitters. You're kind of in this room with these cultural figures here in Toronto.
Being There will be here at Koffler Arts all the way through to December 14th, and the show is completely free. After that, it welcomes in another Toronto-based artist as we head into January of 2026. Jessica Smith, CTV News.
At Johnson Brothers Tree Farm near Kemptville, Ontario, owner Bud Johnson is still moving through the fields just as he has for 73 seasons.
I love the trees, I love the out of doors, the fresh air, and the exercise is healthful.
At 100 years old, Johnston is out here most days tending to the trees he has spent a lifetime growing.
Well, I stay fit, I watch my diet, I keep my weight down, I get adequate sleep, and I can still do a little work, about 3 or 4 hours a day.
The family business first opened in 1952. Now, decades later, his son Kerry works on the farm, watching his father continue the work he loves.
I think that it's almost impossible to believe. You know, there are no old people working the same way that my father is.
And as generations of families return to the farm each year, Kerry says they have watched those customers grow up.
We have children who are now adults that come here that remember, you know, Dad and Mom and the activity, but now they have children. And that's quite a thing that, you know, we have that longevity.
We've been married and together for 60 years. Yeah, a long time. Yes, I think we should cut this one down for our family room.
According to his wife Sheila, the trees are what keep him moving every day.
I think he needs his trees. He needs to come out and get the exercise. Probably needs to be a little, have some alone time, maybe.
And even at 100 years old, retirement still seems to be more of a joke than a plan.
When are you going to retire? This year. Yeah? I think I've retired already.
For now, Bud Johnson is happy right where he's always been, among the trees for another year of Christmas memories. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
At first glance, its size, a unique feature. Larger than what you would typically see at a crosswalk. But for those who cross this section of Centrepoint Drive, like Sir Guy Carleton Secondary School student Ashley,
it's easier to push the button for us to cross.
The oversized button is a welcomed improvement for everyone, including Amina.
Great.
The button sticks out about a foot, lining up with the curb.
When you look at it, it makes a lot of sense.
The idea born out of a City of Ottawa workshop with students this fall on how to safely use a crosswalk.
It was very clear as they were working and teaching the students and reviewing how to use the crosswalk, that the middle section of the crosswalk was not accessible because there's a lip and a curb.
The people that were running it had noticed a lot of our kids had to reach quite a distance to press the button. It just wasn't the most accessible spot for everybody.
The solution? Extend the button out.
So just in case that they're by themselves and trying to access the push button, we want to make sure that is something that they can do it by themselves without assistance from somebody else.
It's a great idea to try and make sure that everybody's getting all the way across.
The area councillor says everyone benefits.
We have students and seniors that cross here regularly. It's a pedestrian crossover that's seen a lot of improvements by the City of Ottawa over the last year to improve visibility. It's a very high-speed area.
Used by area residents, students, and staff at the school.
It makes it much more accessible for everybody. It's across.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
And I think what better way than giving...
Katie Scarf receives a YMCA Peace Medal. She was honored for organizing Christmas gifts for youth in care and says she is humbled.
Joy as well that it's been recognized, but certainly want to acknowledge all the people that are part of this as well. I know organizing it is something, but the people that contribute are quite incredible.
Katie really exemplifies community compassion and care in this work. A lot of empathy in towards the youth that are in care.
Her family was on hand to deliver the gifts to the Children's Aid Society for distribution. Volunteers gather wish lists from youth ages 18 to 23 who have aged out of the foster care system but still have contact with Children's Aid. Families and businesses then purchase and wrap those gifts.
The 18 to 23-year-olds are now out on their own. They need things for their home to make it feel a little bit more comfortable. And so this is a great opportunity to give them both practical things and a little bit of joy this season.
Scarf previously volunteered on the effort, but took over as a lead organizer 2 years ago from the original founder.
I hope that it brings that sense of community, that there are people out there who care.
I think of those youth who are living on their own, who have no networks, no family, and hopefully this just gives them a smile on Christmas morning.
72 youth will receive custom gifts from their wish lists. Organizers say many of the requests are for practical items, like grocery vouchers, silverware, blankets, and towels. Alan Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
You can hear the joy here with Holy Cross's choir, thousands of food items as well as thousands of gifts and toys and games. You can see here today at Holy Cross, every student is bringing over a gift and a toy that they're very, very proud of, and they know it's going to go to a needy cause and a family of need.
I brought some like Lego stuff. I brought some like toy trucks and stuff for the little kids out there. I brought some clothes and some random toys. I brought mittens and coats. I bought Barbie dolls and a Barbie car. I brought plushies and like toy kits. I brought pajama pants and makeup.
So it's really about that whole sense of belonging around the Catholic community, but also around Christmas time, making sure that we give to one another, the ones that perhaps are missing a little bit of the Christmas spirit, that could really benefit from a gift, a toy, a game, or even some food, more food items for their kitchen table this Christmas season. It's really a spirit of giving.
Hope you have a very happy Christmas
and I hope you love all of our donations. I really hope this helps all the kids out there who don't have a toy for Christmas.
Oh, thank you all so very much to helping everything out here. It's so good.
When it comes to summing up the year that's gone by, what better to look at than the things Canadians Googled in 2025? And one subject came up more than any other. The Blue Jays, who gave us some of the year's most memorable moments, including this Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Grand Slam against New York. And in the category of news and events, these two words were the year's most looked up, followed by Canadian election results, Iran, LA fires, and the Charlie Kirk shooting. As for the person Googled the most, Mark Carney topped the list.
This was an election year, and Canadians were following the election every step of the way.
Serial killer Ed Gein came in second. He was the subject of a Netflix true crime series. When it comes to athletes, 4 of the top 5 Googled were Blue Jays, including rookie Trey Savage, and rounding out the list, Canadian tennis star Victoria Mboko, who at age 18 won the National Bank Open in Montreal. As for searches, starting with what, among the most popular were, what does elbows up mean? What time is the Jays game today? And what does 6-7 mean? A meme that caught on fast with kids and has no fixed meaning, part of its appeal. The top why questions: why is Canada Post on strike? Why did Trudeau resign? And why do baseball players spit? When it comes to the top searched word in pop culture, it was La Boo Boo, a line of plush toys that went viral, followed by Bianca Censori's Grammy dress.
My name is Happy Gilmore.
Well, the top searched movie was Happy Gilmore 2. And the most Googled song, Golden, from the animated musical K-pop Demon Hunters. A year that had its golden moments as we count down the final weeks to 2026. John Benavalli Rao, CTV News.
The Fantasyland Hotel hosted the second annual Trees of Joy event. The children were surprised with the unveiling of holiday trees decorated to reflect each kid's unique interests and favorite things. Organizers say the event is also about bringing donors and the kids they help together.
It helps to kick off the season, but it helps to remind them that the wish kids that are in our community are their neighbors. It is their kid's best friend. It is a family member's child. It's for them to see that wishes are real.
Each of the 15 families will have their tree delivered to their home.
Nearly 1.7 million people call Calgary home. Known for its food, blue sky, and stampede, the city has quietly become an attractive tourist destination.
Over 11% in international flights at the start of this year, over 9% growth in domestic flights. So more people are showing their appetite to come to Calgary, and the business community is responding and connecting us to the world. So that's fantastic. When we look at our visitor numbers from South Korea, from France, from the UK, they're really strong.
Tourism Calgary says 2025 has been a record-breaking year for tourism. Events like the G7 Summit, the Calgary Stampede, and the Rotary International Convention all fueled the boom.
We celebrate that we're a winter city, and one of our passions at Tourism Calgary is ensuring that Calgary is a vibrant city year-round. So when I look at what we've accomplished in 2025 between new flight connectivity, between the growth of our meetings and convention space, it's clear that people want to see Calgary.
Officials say visitor spending was up 4% compared to 2024. Hotel occupancy also soared. This year, the largest monthly increases in visitor spending were in May at 8.8% and June at nearly 23%.
Great food. The people are great. The sites are wonderful. We managed to go to downtown. We hit up Banff and Lake Louise. And got my butt kicked snowboarding.
Alpine skier Philip Armstrong visited Calgary from Toronto to see friends, but also to prepare for his NORAM in Colorado. He also had the chance to train with the national team at Nakiska.
The culture around here for skiing is awesome. It's definitely not the same in the East Coast, so pretty special. So always great. Have a ton of friends here at the University of Calgary and staying in Calgary a few nights and Tons of fun, and I loved it.
2026 will see 19 major sport, culture, and major events come to Calgary in the first 3 months, along with 12 conventions.
And Tyson joins us from the Southwest tonight. Tyson, Calgary's set to be pretty busy for visitors next month, too.
Terry, it's expected that in the first 3 months of 2026, Calgary will see about $61 million in economic impact. And for comparison, this year we saw a third of that. So it's going to triple here in the next 3 months. Coming up in 2026, we'll see the Conservative Party of Canada's National Convention here in Calgary at the end of January. Chinook Blast Festival will also take place. And the Assembly of First Nations Natural Resources Forum is also in our city early next year. Now, Tourism Calgary telling me today that they expect visitation numbers to soar even more coming up in 2026.
When Felicia Harding looked at her phone that day, she never expected to see a stranger smiling from the screen who looked just like her.
I was blown away. She really did look like me.
She was Brittany Delaney, who was also surprised when a friend said she found her doppelganger on social media.
If I wouldn't have been looking at somebody else's profile, I would have thought they were photos of me.
After connecting online, Brittany and Felicia finally met in person.
And it was like this out-of-body experience where I felt like this is how people see me.
They found their similarities range from the superficial, like being able to unlock each other's phones and liking exactly the same beer, to the more substantial, like both working as entrepreneurs and both picking musicians as their partners.
There's a million things that are the same.
They formed a fast friendship, and Brittany was invited to Felicia's wedding, where, after family kept mixing them up, the women decided to do a DNA test.
A little surprised in finding out that we were both not related at all.
Although they aren't long-lost siblings, both women do feel like sisters. Even Brittany's son often can't tell them apart.
And they have like a crazy bond. He just loves her.
Loves her so much that if you show the boy a picture of Felicia and ask who it is,
It's the other mama.
the other mama.
Yes.
Which brings us to the women's big difference, their fertility journeys. Felicia hasn't been able to have kids.
Feeling like an auntie and, feeling like other mama. Like, to me, that's really special.
But the greatest gift in finding your doppelganger, they say, is seeing yourself from a whole new perspective.
Felt, I don't know, almost a little bit healing for me, because sometimes there are things you don't like about yourself, but then watching her and interacting with her, I was just like, oh, I think she's so lovely.
A sense of self-acceptance that's perhaps a reminder to all of us to be kinder to the reflection we see in the mirror. Adam Swansky, CTV News, Victoria.